Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Come close, fast, fast, fast. I have something good for you. I've been seeing a lot of people when they use alligator indicator and they use it wrongly. Sometimes they just say, okay, when it crosses, that's when I buy and all of that. You can sometimes come in too late to using alligator. But listen to me. If you cannot be effective even using indicator if you don't understand price action. And one of the first price action, candlestick, very important. Not chart pattern, because chart pattern actually answerable to higher time frame. Some of those chart patterns say, okay, head and shoulder and all of that, inverted head and shoulder. They are more accurate in a higher time frame. So, but scalper that want to be trading in 1 minute, but of course, bear in mind, if you're a scalper, you need to understand one thing, that you need to have an idea, are there news that are going to be coming so that you will not get impacted negatively and all of that. So, but you have to be a sniper entry trader. So let's go. I'm going to explain to you how you use alligator indicator to trade properly. So first, let's understand the rule. I'm not going to be defining what alligator is all about, but it better you use alligator in combination with momentum indicator, probably RSI or MACD. Okay. Then the rules to buy. First, price above the jaw. There's a jaw. So what is jaw? The blue line of alligator is the jaw with bullish candle. So that means bullish candle is what? Is price action. Okay. Momentum indicator cross above and sustain above the middle line. So sometimes it can be just a cross of the normal signal line and all of that if you're using MACD, or above the zero line, or above the 50 moving average of RSI. Then third, price reject at the lips, green line, add more position. So that means if you have bought and price return back to that, the lips. So we have the teeth, we have the lips, and we have the jaw. So now let's go. So I think I traded one example here and I closed somewhere here and all of that. There's one that's running now. I came in lately. So now let's look at it. Look at the indicator. So look at the indicator. The first line is actually, what's it called? The first line is, this is the jaw. This blue line is the jaw. Why this guy, this red line is the teeth, while this green line is the lips. Now, for you to enter the market, fantastically, if you have an idea of price action, or this is very, very good. Now, if you look at it, this market has been rolling here. So this is more like a double bottom, and then of course we want to find an entry. But look at it. This guy has been rolling here and all of that. A lot of people I will see their entry even using this 1 minute scalping. Now, so what will have been the best for you to enter here? Now, yes, sometimes some people want to like enter from here, but for you, if you understand price action, you're already seeing a double top here. So it's not even the indicator that determines your entry now. It's just like an addition, right? So you have seen a double top here. So conservative trader. So for me, if I'm trading 5 minutes and all of that, I mark the second up, rejection or what I'm wiring in, and so that my stop loss can be very minimal. So, but for conservative trader, you're looking like let the neckline be broken, and here we go. Now you're going to study. You're going to see one combination now. Now, your entry to this trade is that when the price, all right, close below the middle line, the blue line, which is the jaw, and bearish, a bearish candle close below it. So of course, if you're a scalper 1 minute, you should be there, and so that you have seen 1, 2 candles, this one. So perhaps you may not have entered as early as possible. Chances are there that you probably will be entering at this point. Now let's look at it. So if you are going to do that, let's look at it. So stop loss. So you take your measurement. So here, now your stop loss is above the point where the market is coming from, right? And that's about how many pips? That's about 15 pips. Okay, 1:2. 1:2 risk reward. So this is 1:2. Okay, so you can see that you actually came late, right? So, but nevertheless, you came late. So okay, sorry for the interruption. So I'm just showing you now. So okay, so there we go. Look at it. Now, but if you look at even price action without the indicator, you should be fine. So, but because you just probably maybe used to indicator and all of that. So, but it can help you as a beginner, but you have to be firm with the conditions to be met up, to be met. So you now say, okay, this is it. Now, sometimes you may not necessarily even wait for 1:2 risk reward, right? So you're going to be working maybe 1:1 sometime, or take your stop loss above the lips, which is the green line. Now, what I'm explaining here is this. So 1:2 will be faster because this is already 1:3. Now, this is what I've just explained here. What I explain here is this. Once the market is doing, when the market returns back to the lips, you want to add to your position. The lips is the green line. So when you return back to the lips, you want to add to your position, right? But when the market come back and crosses above the lips, which is the green, you want to exit. If you have no exit, you want to exit and wait for another opportunity. All right. So, but if you look at it now, what is the oscillator as momentum indicator going to do for you here? So, if you look at all this point now, you are struggling and there's no fantastic distance between the lines, and so it's somehow choppy. Then let's take this guy. Now, this is RSI. So here is RSI, or sometimes better still to use MACD, because MACD is variably going to show you a very, call it for me, a very compacted or contrasted kind of market system. So, all right. So that's one of the things that why you need to have oscillators, right? Momentum indicator to show that. All right. So let's go. I think I was in the trade. Let's look at it. I hope I can remember. That would be Euro JPY. Okay, all right. So this is Euro JPY. Of course, I came late. I think I was doing experiment for some persons. All right. So this was the best entry, right? And the stop loss will have been above here. So now this guy is already almost crossing the lips. So it is coming dangerous. So if I was in from here and then getting here doing all of these things, I probably will shift my stop loss or just exit, because it could turn around. And once it turn around, crosses above the teeth, crosses above the jaw, then price start crossing above them, then it's going to sell off again. So now let's go to another place. So let me use, okay, probably let me just open my trading view so you can see it more clearer. This is a compacted environment, right? So okay, so you can man, I missed this. So you can see this is gold, right? Here is gold. So assuming you are just scalping gold because you have seen all of this. So very simple. For me, I've marked gold on 5 minutes, expecting a rejection at this point. But look at what this guy have done for you too. Now, I'm very pretty sure that, okay, this has not crossed, this has not crossed. So this candle had closed, all right? Then, you're a scalper, and a scalper always find sniper entry as fast as possible. And this is gold. So your stop loss is above the lips. So your stop loss is above the lips. Then your take point. Sometimes you may not use, depending. So this already 1:3. So 1:2 is what you're looking for. Come on now. This is already done. All right. Now, so let's take off this. Now, when this will happen, you probably may not enter. But even when the RSI had given you some things of, now, sometimes what I like using MACD is that it can show you things when the market is compacted. So remember I said I marked this and the rejection from here was, and that's why I always said it's better you face one instrument per time and nick it out than to jump around different instruments. Now here you have this. So the first candle closed, this one didn't close, this one didn't close. So this one on top. So this is the first candle close below the job. So your entry probably is going to be here. So let's go. Now, if you are going to be a scalper, you have to have heart. So you are not going to delete dial. So this is the stop loss above the, what's it called? Above the lips, right? So 1:2. So 1:2, it's already how many pips? 80 pips. Yes. Then sometime if you have time and if it's your instrument you're always trading, you can trail. And that will have given you about 180 pips. Okay. Now, sometimes another good thing is that if you understand the trend that the market is following, you'll see that the market tend to paint more volume towards that side. Okay. Okay. This one is still struggling, jump up and all of that. So using this, you have to be very strategic and know what you're doing. Certainly, sometimes your trade is going to be wrong. Now, we now said if the market is running, when the price return to this, which is the lips, and then reject. So when you have a rejection at the lips, you want to add to your position, right? You have a rejection at the lips, you want to add to your position. Let's look at the gold now. XAU. So let's look at it. Okay, we're in 1 minute. So this is a rejection, right? Though didn't come to it properly and all of that. So how come the other one, right? So this is a rejection. So let's just take small lots. So where would be my take profits? Maybe here, because we are invariably even late to this one because it should be you. So don't, these are not the trade you're supposed to be taking, right? You that have taken trade from here and enjoying the trade, you are the one permitted to say, okay, it has returned to the teeth, then you want to add to your position. But you were not in the trade, you can't take trade here because this can go wrong and every profit you have made here can stand. For you that have not, you were not in the trade, you just jump in because you see the market moving here. That doesn't really make sense. However, it's going our ways, right? Because if you look at it here, the gold, right? So probably once it's in profit, I can just manually close it. Okay. Okay, so I'm waiting. Once it just give me profit, can close it manually. Right? So this is very fantastic. I must tell you, but if you are not disciplined and smart, fast, and do what's expected as much as possible. So maybe instead of me disturbing myself here, I can just, so you can see now that if the market has been moving and then you just jump at it at nowhere, it doesn't really make sense. So, but somebody here will have maximized the profit and minimized his stop loss as it were. You get it? Right? So let's look at it. Okay. So now here is dangerous because this is a liquidity. That's another thing many of you would not understand. So, but this is a simple fact, and then just simple manner that I'm just showing you. This is how it goes. So let me just close it because I'm not going to monitor this trade. All right. So perhaps if I was in since moment return here, this is a rejection, I will just find my entry. Okay, we're now in $1 profit or 90 something cent, give and take, right? So that's how you use Alligator. So don't just use Alligator anyhow. You have to be meticulous and know when to enter and when to exit. So each of those line had meaning and how they should be used. So not just like, okay, this it has crossed, so let me enter. No, 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 no. You have to know exactly what you're doing. Okay. Okay. So let's go back to. I remember I told you, I said the moment you see that the market react and begin to cross above the lips, exit your market. Okay, so let's look at the Reef platform, that's synthetic trading. So Alligator works everywhere. that you are a scalper, okay? If you are intraday or day trader or swing trader, don't need all of those things. So even if you, okay, so now let's go. We're going to go to 1 minute. Even 5 minutes can be used, but you may not see frequent signals. Let's refresh. So alligator pair. Alligator, Williams, alligator. See this now, these are not trend, right? So you tend to see more signals. And so where do you get the alligator? Go to your indicator, search for Williams alligator, or just type alligator. You're going to pop it up, and then you add it. Very simple, nothing to reset there. Then you can add your MACD. All right, so good. So now, should I have entered here? Well, by price action, no, ordinarily. So because you have a high that was left behind here. So all of these things, so you're still working with that. So we said until you have a bullish candle close above the jaw, so for a buy, and then below the jaw for a sell. So can I buy now? No. So even though MACD crosses, right? MACD crosses here, crosses here. So why will you buy here? So look at it, market reach. This is a rejection, this is a rejection. But there's someone who have sold here. Let's look at it. You get it now? So there's someone who have sold here. This is the first candle close. So after the candle close, somebody had entered a short, but of course it must have been a trade you are following. So stop loss above the lips, then 1:2 or 1:1 depending, or 1:1.5, or 1:2 as quick as possible, right? So you're done. So you are looking for another opportunity. So probably when even you rejected here, because see, these are rejection, you want to sell more, okay? These are rejection, probably you want to sell more or add more position, and then you follow here, right? So when should I buy? Until you see that cross this. And by the time it's going to cross this, it will have taken out this to create a high above all of these ones. So Williams alligator is very simple to use, but you must know what you are doing per time. All right, look at this. This is 1 minute. And I love to, so when the market is trending very well, properly, it makes more sense, right? It makes more sense. So here you go. Look at this. Are you seeing now? See the first candle close negative, this one, close below it, even though it's from true body, but close below it. So that means your entry can be anywhere here. So sending your entry here, anywhere here, right? So your stop loss above the lips, 1:1, 1:2. Sometimes you can go to 3. For me, why will I go to 3? Not because you have seen the market has run down here. I always look at my left, which is the median swing low, right? So probably can be targeting that. And remember, when you enter 1 or 2 positions, instead of one bulky position, 2, 3 positions, you can close 1 or 2 and leave one to trail down. So the one you're going to trail down, as the market get down here, you have taken profit. Look at it. This is a bounce. This is a return back, rejection, right? Equally rejection. So here, got both the teeth and the lips will bite it, and then so these are rejection. These are rejection. All right. Now this is a sign. Well, we are getting closer. Now, if you go back to your market ordinarily, you're having like kind of double bottom here. Okay. Look at this market now. This one, there's not a proper close, right? But it's a close. So you should understand that you can lose some trade sometime. But if you are taking this one because this is the immediate low, you want your trade to be below here because this is a reversal, right? All right. So, but let's watch a proper close. All right. Because if you even look at, so let's look at our MACD. So invariably, MACD have been crossing and crossing, but I've not even given a very good strength. So, but this is the proper close, for instance, above the line. So here you are finding an entry. And one of the things is that you see the alligator itself, about to cross, other one crossing, but not all will have shown full. So here, and then your stop loss below, remember, below the lips. So your take profit 1:2. So you are close to your take profit right now. So you have to be meticulous and don't overtrade, right? You have made some money and you can say, okay, I'm good for the day. Imagine if you are in here and you have entered some positions in that order, then you will have made some money. So look at this. Fantastic, right? Very amazing tool. But don't just use it anyhow, because that's one of the things, right? So look at where issue is now. So look at it. Look at it. We have this is a proper close. So you are entering anywhere here. You can't really say you will not. So let's look at it. So some trade can drag you, and so, but you have made up your mind. So this is a close, right? So I always say you don't enter long with a green candle. So this has pulled back, of course. That was a retest to it. But look at what happened. Your stop loss supposed to be just immediately below the leaves, but there's a swing low immediately below it. That's where your stop loss is going to be. Right? Take profit 1:2. Right? 1:2. So this is 1:2, and then you are good to go. Right? So this is very, very simple. And now, so like I told you, you want to see momentum, and now look at it. So this momentum on the oscillators will give you more confidence to say, I'm holding. You get it? I'm holding, right? To ride the market as much as possible. This is a very powerful tool, but if you don't use it appropriately, okay, look at this. We just have a close, right? So this is a true. So this is a true close. So that means you should be shorting this one now, right? Maybe anywhere there. So because maybe you are just coming now, your stop loss above this. So 1:2 risk reward. So your 1:2 risk reward will be there. Okay. Assuming I'm holding my MT5. Okay, let me just even check. I will have find an entry. Okay. MT5. Coming. Okay. That is 75 1x. 75 1s. Oh, could be network. Oh, in a different instrument. Okay, I've just taken a position. Okay, so that means I'm actually even entering at that appropriate time. So 6921. 6921. That's my take profit. 669. Right? 6921. All right. Stop loss 7013. 7013. Okay. So that's how you use this alligator. It's very, very simple. You can go through so many videos to, okay, come and see gold now that we just left. Though before the alligator, I will have entered here. That's where another advantage you have to understand price action. So even the scalping here, so the market has not actually chosen a very, so here I know what I'll do to have entered. So, but in your case, you probably have to wait here, which is a very long time, right? Which is a very long time. So look at your RSI. This is oversold. Okay, so that's the simplest way. The scalping method is very simple and it's self-explanatory. You pay simple and wrap attention, you're going to like it because you make a lot of money. So Alligator is simple to use, but you have to understand the parameters, right? So thank you very much. The other one is going to be moving average and MACD or RSI. Bye for now.